Hi there. Welcome back. Hope you all are doing well.
Today we are going to have a quick walkthrough on one of the past SPG papers. You may find some questions easy, while you may struggle with others. Pause the video whenever you need a bit more time and then play when ready. Let's begin. The options in the first question may confuse many. This is because of the use of words like what and ask. Those words are used in a manner that these sentences are simple statements. However, the third option will become your answer. If you read the sentence given in the second question, you will by default know that the answer is the fourth option. Nothing else fits into the sentence. Got it? In these type of questions, the first thing to do is mark the ones you know, as there may be words which you may get confused on, and then try to use the rest of the combinations and sentences to see if they make sense. In this case, we have marked the answers in color coordination. This is a bit tricky and some of us may get this incorrect. The trick here is to make a note of the main and subordinate clauses. That should give you the answer. Though there are words which may sound ancient or may indicate a time in history, it doesn't mean that they are in past tense. Look carefully at the verbs. The verbs are key to know the tense of the sentences. This question is all about singular and plural. We, were and I, was. What is a contraction? A contraction happens when you combine two words into one with the help of an apostrophe. Check your spelling though. Here there is only one sentence that ends in a question tag. The fourth one. Children is the plural form of the word child. Children's with an apostrophe es will show that they possess something. In this case, they are close. We are talking about some plants here. It is a very generic statement and therefore, when we talk about others, we are still talking about plants. If you haven't watched our video on pronouns, head to our grammar playlist. The answers here are they and themselves. The adjective form of the word create is creative. A relative clause starts with a relative pronoun and is usually extra information. Head towards the video list to learn what relative pronouns and clauses are. This question is also about relative clauses. Some modal verbs will tell you something very specifically. They tell you if something is surely going to happen. They are called as modal verbs of certainty and the others are possibilities only. You need to understand where the main clause ends. The main clause ends after team sports. The punctuation used is a semicolon. The sentences that make sense on their own are called as main clauses. The ones which depend on the main clause to make sense are called subordinate clauses. Conjunctions help in joining two sentences. We usually look for them somewhere in between the sentence, however, they may well begin the sentences as well. Synonyms are words which have the same meaning. In this sentence, they are lucky and fortunate. You should watch our video on preposition to understand this question better. Prepositions tell us where something is. The noun form of cover should tell you about a cover of something. Example, cover of a bottle or a present. Whereas when cover is used as an action word, it will become a verb. The last two options are already ruled out in this question as the words in the question has something to do with something being built or broken. Out of break and build, it will be build as destruction means to destroy something you have built. Structure is a building and reconstruct means to rebuild something. Antonyms are words with opposite meanings. Meandering and straight are opposites. Sympathetic and unfeeling are another pair of opposites. Evade and confront are another pair. Plausible and unbelievable is the last pair. For this questions, everyone may have a different answer and yet be correct. Example, the children played on the swings while the parents watched. Nadia is a subject, ate is the verb, and strawberries is the object. Every sentence must begin with a capital letter, and so should every proper noun. If you need help with proper nouns, check our video list. Active voice is the shortest manner we can state something. We have a 5-minute video explaining the concept. In this question, look at the placement of the dash. There is only one sentence where dashes are used to convey extra information. In other sentences, the placement don't make sense at all. Look at the sentence, Dashes can also be used to join clauses. It is the case here. Progressive form of verbs always end in I, N, G. We have explained this concept in our tenses video. We know that command is something which is demanding and affirmative in nature. For this question, it is important that the statement be given within inverted commas. The question mark should be within the inverted commas. Brackets are used to give extra information in English. If we take away what is in the brackets, the rest of the words should still make sense. Adjectives describe nouns. In this case, spelling and flight. Adverbs give more information on verbs. First sentence means that all mangoes are delicious and all of them are grown in hot countries. The second one means that only those mangoes which are grown in hot countries are delicious. This is a tricky question. It is very clear here that we are talking about children who are 7 years old. So, the only sentence that makes sense with the hyphen is that there are 30 such children. Active and passive voice is an important topic for your SATs. To change a sentence into passive, the object needs to change into subject. We have a 5-minute video on that. Prepositions may tell us the time or event related to another event. Have a look at the explanation of that concept. Care will become careless. Nature will become natural. Mess will become messy. Danger will become dangerous. Beauty will become beautiful. When you are presented with such a question, the trick is to check if you can use the same conjunction in the beginning of the sentence. In this case, we can say, if I go with him, Jamie will go ice skating. It still makes sense. The subjunctive form expresses a wish, demand, or obligation. Determiners can be specific or unspecific. More information can be found in one of our videos. A phrase is a group of words which don't make sense. A noun phrase will contain a noun and a group of words which do not make proper sense on their own. Past perfect form of verbs will include the present tense of a helping verb and the past tense of an action verb. There are various ways in which the answer can be written. Just make sure that it is written as a proper list with proper punctuation. Possessive pronouns talk about someone owning something. In this instance, there are various possessive pronouns that can be used. Adverb provides additional information about the verb. A semicolon can also be used to state a list. We need a full stop to terminate the direct speech here.